Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name's Fiddle. Today we're going to finish off building the second floor by installing the doors, walls, and making the roof for the bathtub area. As always, don't forget to check the link in the description. That would take you to the scavenger hunt where you can find the list of materials and supplies that you'll need so you can follow along and make this house too. Okay, are you ready? Let's go. Since we already have the tower made, we're going to attach the doors to it first. What you'll need to do is set your flooring on top of the first floor of your house and set the tower on top of that. Then put a barbecue skewer or some type of long skinny stick through the open channel that we left on our doors. Then poke the door through the top of one of the door frames. Then using a pencil, mark where the bottom post touches the floor and then use a pokey tool to poke a hole in the floor. Then put the door back in place, making sure that it's going through the top of the door frame and the floor at the same time. Repeat the same process with all the doors as we go along. The first wall we're going to put in place is the bathroom door wall. It has two doorways, but no doors. Add glue along the connecting edge and tape to hold it in place. The next two walls we're going to add are the bath walls. This small area is where the bathtub will be. Next is the balcony door wall and door. This door is only 6.5 inches tall. My thought for this was, with the house being over a watery cliff, this would be a way for them to fetch water for the tub. I would eventually like to make a bucket on a pulley system that would be hung outside the door. Because of how small the space is in here, I'm leaving this part of the roof detachable so you can take it off and look down inside. We'll be building the roof in the second half of this tutorial. The next two walls to go in place are the toilet walls. These walls attach with the long side towards the house. This even smaller space is going to have the toilet in it. Because the house hangs over a watery cliff and indoor plumbing wasn't a thing, I decided to make this toilet like one you would find on the side of a castle. And on the inside it resembles an outhouse toilet. This area is going to have a hinged roof so you can open it up and see inside. Next up is the outer potty wall. The next wall I was in the way while putting it in, but that is the room door wall. This separates the bathroom from the operation room. The wall that you're seeing me put in now is the front door wall. This wall has a door that leads out to a small balcony. And finally, the last wall is the window wall. And now we have the second floor built. On a side note, I am not gluing my first and second floors together. Because they're each 12 inches tall, if I were to glue any of them together, it wouldn't fit through my doorway even if I turned it sideways. This is what the first and second floor looks like so far, but we're not done yet. We need to make the roof over top of the bathtub. For this roof, I am just using the poster board. I will be adding more layers to it, so I'm not really worried about the stability of it right now. Matter of factly, it's just being held together with the tape that you see in the video. I haven't glued the pieces together yet. First, we need to cut out our 8 triangles and arrange them side by side. Then tape or glue them in place. Then trace, cut, and fold the pitched roof portion. Now tape or glue the pitched roof portion onto the 8-sided roof. Then set it on top of a piece of poster board and trace out the shape. Next, using your ruler, we need to make the same marks about 3/16 to half of an inch inwards of our original lines. Except for the back straight edge, leave it as it is. Then trim your shape down to the inside lines. Next, mark and trim the edges from where the pitched roof meets the 8-pointed roof on the inside underneath. Then tape or glue the underneath side in place. Also, at the top where the 2 roofs join together is quite a bit of a gap. For the time being, I'm using tape to close up this hole, but later on I will be using an extra piece of poster board. For the life of me, I just could not figure out how to make that part of our original pattern piece. So this is a hole that you will have to figure out how to cover up on your own, and I do apologize for that. I did make a newspaper pattern piece for this as well, like we did for the underneath side of the stairs. But I couldn't figure out how to shrink it down for the pattern. And because this portion of the roof is going to be detachable, I'm not worried about gluing it to the house. And with that, it brings us to the end of our tutorial. I know this one was pretty short, but at least we have the second floor finished now, and there are so many more things in store I can't wait to show you. Like our next piece will be a wash basin, pitcher, and bowl, then an armoire with working doors and drawers, and so much more. If you've made it this far, thank you for being here. If you're new, welcome. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment, as it really helps me out with YouTube's algorithm. Thank you, Ginger, and I'll see you next time.